And today is a very dark day in DeKalb County.
It is with profound sadness that we announce the loss of the life of one of our very own DeKalb County Police officers. This officer responded to the call as he was trained to do.
This evening there is a wife without a husband. There are 3 children, 1 unborn without a father.
He gave his life with a commitment to serve others.
These are individuals who run towards danger when we have the ability to run away.
Tragedy tonight in Atlanta, where a law enforcement officer is dead after an active shooter situation right outside of the Centers for Disease Control headquarters in Atlanta.
Just in the last 15 minutes, DeKalb County Police identified the fallen officer. Here is his photo. He is David Rose, a husband and father of 2 with a 3rd child on the way. Police say he was committed to serving his community and lost his life protecting the people around him.
Gunfire erupted late this afternoon near Emory University, forcing the campus into lockdown for hours.
And just in the last hour, 11 Alive obtained chilling video from a viewer who recorded all the gunshots just as they rang out. A warning, it is intense. It is a gut-wrenching sound. Witnesses said it sounded like fireworks. Tonight, we can confirm all civilians are safe and the shooting suspect is dead.
11 Alive is bringing you live team coverage tonight, tracking every angle from witness accounts to what we know about this hero who lost his life, as well as what we're learning about the shooting suspect and his motive. Leading things off with 11 Alive's Grace King on where the investigation stands right now.
Well, we first arrived on scene about half an hour after that first 911 call, watching officers from every nearby agency rushing to help in any way they could with helmets, vests, and rifles. Thankfully, things have quieted down quite a bit because the active threat is over, but the GBI will spend quite some time investigating. Scary sounds ringing across Emory University's campus around 4:50 Thursday afternoon. A single shooter opened fire on the 2nd floor of a CVS building. Atlanta police say the gunshots killed a DeKalb County officer and damaged windows at the Centers for Disease Control headquarters across the street.
I think that in a short order, you'll know more about this individual and about some assumptions of his motives. Police have released few details about the suspect so far, but law enforcement sources tell CNN he had multiple firearms, including at least 1 assault-style rifle and a shotgun. They say they believe he was either ill or thought he was ill from the COVID-19 vaccine. To the men and women that work at the CDC, we know that you've had a tough go of it in the past year. And my heart goes out to you as uncertainty was around your occupation. Thankfully, Atlanta police say they are not aware of any injuries on the CDC property, though 4 people were treated for stress and anxiety.
They were not injured in the shooting. And to reemphasize what the mayor stated, the children in the daycare center are unharmed.
The suspect died from his injuries on scene as authorities continue to piece together what happened.
He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
Now, sources also tell CNN that the suspect's father called law enforcement before the shooting to let them know that he believed his son was suicidal. We do not yet know how much time elapsed between that call and the time the shooting began. Reporting live off Briarcliff Road, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
In the last hour, law enforcement escorted the fallen deputy David Rose to GBI headquarters. Officer Rose was transported from Emory University Hospital. Officers there tonight saluting the procession as it left. He was rushed to the hospital right after the shooting. It was less than a mile away. 11 Alive's Zach Merchant is there at the hospital. Zach, officers coming together tonight in grief.
Well, Cheryl, you can feel it outside this emergency room where Officer David Rose was taken for treatment. This hospital, this county, this community is grieving tonight.
It is with profound sadness that we announce the loss of the life of one of our very own DeKalb County police officers.
According to DeKalb County Interim Police Chief Greg Padrick, the officer was fatally shot while responding to the active shooter reported near Emory University.
And he gave his life with a commitment to serve others, and he should be respected for that.
The officer leaves behind a large and growing family.
This evening, there is a wife without a husband. There are 3 children, 1 unborn without a father.
DeKalb County CEO Lorraine Cochran-Johnson praising the heroism of this officer and all who responded to the active shooter.
These are individuals who run towards danger when we have the ability to run away.
That response and sacrifice touching the lives of Atlantans and out-of-state visitors like Brian Redkey, who says he was inside Emory University Hospital while it was on lockdown.
They are in our prayers, not just my family, but right now the whole country is behind that family. I will tell you that much right now.
And just in the last few minutes, we learned that Officer Rose just joined the DeKalb County Police Department just back in 2024, a new member of this force, as you heard, with a growing family and leaves behind an enormous legacy. We're live tonight outside of Emory University Hospital. Zach Merchant, 11 Alive News.
As Zach just mentioned, it is worth noting that Officer Rose just started with the department in September of last year, had just begun, and sacrificed his life for the community tonight.
He made that leap, signed up to serve his community, to protect his community. Never imagining he would show up today and not make it home to those babies and to his wife, expecting their 3rd child. This is heartbreaking. This hero died protecting his community, and all of this was unfolding as thousands of employees, bystanders, and children sheltered in place around the area. And tonight, we spoke with a woman who was getting ready to leave for the day when Emory sent out that terrifying safety alert.
I think we're all still processing that, right? I mean, I think for all of us, we hear about it on the news, and then it happens close to home, and it feels a little arresting. So I think I'm still processing that a little bit, but I mean, the response was fast. It was at kind of the campus next door, and there's still a lot of stuff that we just don't know. We don't know if it was towards CDC. We don't know if it was just some guy at CVS. I think it's kind of suspending all of the assumptions until you kind of get concrete information and facts.
And just in the last 90 minutes, the CDC released an official statement. The director, Susan Monarez, saying in part, we at the CDC are heartbroken by today's attack on their campus, which remains on lockdown as authorities investigate the shooting.
It goes on to say a courageous local law enforcement officer gave their life. Another was injured after a gunman opened fire on at least 4 CDC buildings.
That statement went on to say our top priority is the safety and well-being of everyone at CDC. We are actively coordinating with federal, state, and local partners to fully investigate the shooter and this tragic crime.
So as everyone in that area was on high alert, the moment was especially terrifying for parents who are wondering if their children were safe inside that building.
That's right. There are schools, there are daycares in this area, one just across from where these gunshots rang out. We want to get live to our own Marissa Sarbach, who is at the reunification point for those families.
So Marissa, we understand those parents and children started reuniting just within the last hour. For many hours they were separated, kind of desperate to get back to each other. What are they telling you tonight?
Cheryl, Cody, there is so much happening here, so much emotion. 3 buses full of those children and the daycare employees have been coming out at this secondary Clifton school location just a few miles from where that active shooter scenario was. And those people were able to get out here hours after that. They are finally being reunited with their family tonight. As you can imagine, it's very emotionally charged here. Parents were seen kissing, hugging their children, just so thankful to be going home with their kids tonight. And again, these children were at that Clifton daycare campus right next to that CDC building where all of this was going out. These families didn't know if their kids were safe for hours this evening. They are beyond thankful to be reunited after what some call the scariest few hours of their lives.
Oh, God. Relief is an understatement. It's beyond grateful. And, you know, I was fortunately able to know that he was safe and see him. So that put me at ease, and I just want to get them home.
We're told almost 100 kids were inside that daycare, as well as, of course, teachers and staff. We also spoke with a woman who was waiting here to pick up her sister, who's a teacher at one of the Clifton schools. She was on the phone with her sister when her sister says they heard the shooter try to open the back door of that school.
I'm scared, so I'm like, wait, scared of what? What do you mean? And she was like, well, it's an active shooter, like, right now. I was just talking to Mom, and she heard all the gunshots in the back. She was like, somebody's pulling on my school door.
Terrifying moments for the entire family, the sister, of course, and the family members that were on the phone with her. She tells us that her sister said the back door was locked to that daycare. Otherwise, of course, it could have been a very different scene over there. Reporting live in DeKalb County tonight, Marissa Sarback for 11 Alive News.
Now, aside from the Clifton daycare Marissa was just talking about, DeKalb County schools placed 4 schools on lockdown. Those students were later released.